So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So the new year Super Sugo-Fest is getting closer and closer, which means that my games are in danger, I guess. I do want to point out that me saving games now has not just been for New Year. I want to keep some games for the very likely World Cruise event that should happen together with Global Annie end of February and during the month of March. And it will be very nice to have some games for the real anniversary in May as well. So I just want to be in a good standing so I can get what I want in the coming 5 months, basically. I've also not bought all games I want to yet either. I put some money away that I will spend on the New Year games. And I will also be buying the Kisnai game packs relatively soon. I buy them every month since it's the only way to get Kisna potions. I don't usually buy this pack though, pretty bad value. So that's some background, so I should have quite a few games. I don't think I'll be up to 10,000 games, but like who cares, it's a lot of games anyway. So the question is what I'm going to spend them on except for the New Year Sugo. And one might wonder like, how much will you use on the New Year Sugo-Fest then? Like, that's up to Bandai. Like, is there any unit there I want to rainbow right away that are super strong? Then maybe I'll do more pulls than I should. Or is it more like one and out? Or is it so bad that I might not even want to pull one of these new units? Like, who knows? Also, like, do I want to pull on part 1 just to get a lot of different various Super Sugo-Fest units? Or do I go for the various parts? We need more info for me to decide that. But I'm not just planning to pull on the New Year Super Sugo-Fest. Like, once that has dropped, I can pull on whatever I want. So let's just take a look at what Sugos will be up by the time the New Year Super Sugo-Fest drops. Of the current Sugo-Fest, the only one that is going to be gone is the Treasure Map Sugo. So I'm going to have to wait a bit longer to pull for Green Bull, Nami Karina, and all of the other new Treasure Map stuff we got since I haven't been pulling. But we're going to have the Kisna Sugo-Fest up. We're going to have the, not this Sugo either, but I was never going to pull on this one, no. We also have the Power Rumble Sugo-Fest up, and we have the Support Sugo-Fest up. Other than that, we'll probably have some kind of Christmas filler Sugo. If I had to guess, it will be the Christmas rare recruits like the Shopper, Robin, Cat, those stuff will be there, and probably some random legends released this past year. Maybe some good steps, but nothing I will be pulling on either. So basically 3 Sugos to talk about: the support, the PvP Sugo, and the Kisna Sugo. So let's talk about them one at a time. So will I pull on the Support Sugo-Fest? Yes, I never skip a Support Sugo-Fest. And definitely not this time, because as said, this Barto is easily to me the best support of the year. Let's just quickly recap in case you missed it. He can be put on any straw hat, and then you use the special. You get an incredibly good damage threshold, and this damage threshold, after you take 5,000 damage, it stops 97% of any damage on top of that. So you're basically unkillable in most reasonable circumstances. So we're talking about a support that you can be put on any straw hat, and it means you basically guaranteed survives a turn. Unless the enemy does damage that ignores all defensive effects, which is getting a bit more common, but is usually just used for like death hits if you stall too much, stuff like that. So yeah, Barto incredibly valuable. I think everybody should own him, but of course it's your games, your priorities. I will do as many pulls as possible, so it can be 1 multi, it can be 10 multis, preferably not 10, but with support Sugos you never know. So that can be a bit of a gamble. I will say though that I will do some newer multis first before I pull on anything, but probably going to do a video where I pull on support and whatever else I want to pull on, because that's the question, like, do I want to pull on the others? So let's take a look here at the PvP Sugo, which debuts the Raizo and Shinobu legend. One thing to note with PvP Sugos is that they still is one of the best Sugos we have. 30 games, then you have the chance of getting a legend or PvP unit. Then we have a guaranteed legend on step 3, guaranteed PvP unit on step 4. That's not a legend. Some think that 4th multi is a guaranteed legend. No, it's just a PvP unit. And 5th is a recommended, which means it's one of these units on the screen. So I would say that personally, like, I don't want any of the rare crews. Like, I don't have Cat, but I can't say I want Cat that much. He's not that great. The others are maxed. And as for the legends, if we take a look what legends are available on this Sugo-Fest, we have Kawamatsu and Shinobu Raizo as the PvP legends, and as for normal legends, Iso, Shanks, Buggy, and the rest are worthless for me, but that's still 4 out of 10 legends with decent value, and 2 of them are new since I don't have any of the PvP legends, and Iso will also be pretty good value since I haven't pulled any dupes, I haven't maxed the final tap or anything. So I can confidently say that yes, I will pull on this Sugo-Fest, but I will only do 3 multis, and I take what I get. If I get something new, cool, otherwise not a big loss. I do think I should move away from doing such multis in the future, but what I think I will do is that I will just do more stuff like this, not pulling for a while, since I find that to be easier than actually being responsible with my pulls. It's a bit of a cop-out, but it feels like that for me. Like, if I decide not to pull, it's a lot easier to not pull at all. Finally, let's take a look at the Kizuna Sugo debuting Legend Otama, and I want to say that Kizuna Sugo-Fest are bad in general, especially Legend debut Sugo-Fest, because those have literally no guarantees, like 3rd multis recommended, so it can be any of the units here, but the only one I don't have here is the Speed and Hamlet, which are whatever. I have V2 Shanks Rainbow. I even have the Kaido Crew fully Rainbow. So that 3rd multi is not as good as it looks. But I don't have Tama. I don't have Legend Reiju. As for the rest of the legends, sadly not the Kizuna legend. Like, if this Sugo had Tama, Reiju, and Ain, then I would have probably gone pretty hard, because I wouldn't have had any of those, and I think all of those are cool legends. But Kaido Crew here kind of screws me over. I don't want to pull more Kaido Crew. It's the only Kizuna legend I have level 150. Which also means he's a bit of a stalker, so by that logic he's probably going to keep stalking me, and it's going to feel really bad to get Kaido Crew instead of the others. And then, like, the rest is not that great either. Sure, I'll take a Momo. I can take Wives, but I don't want anything other than that. And sure, I missed quite a few of the recent ones. Not that many, honestly. Only the top row I don't have, and I maybe lack some of the others. Question mark, not sure on all of them. But like, the only one of those I really want is the Bins, and that's mostly for his support for Zephyr and Ain to remove Bind the Spear. Otherwise, I don't really have to own them. The main thing that might make me do a discount at least is that I really want Tama support. It's amazing. 3 turn the spear removal, you get a tandem orb, one of the best support in the game. Can put it on some good units too. I don't think Reiju has any support like that. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. Can even be put on Sanji, but I can live without that for a while longer. So Reiju, don't really care about getting her anytime soon, but Tama for that support, I really want that. But as said, the step-ups suck, so I think I'll just do the discount and take what I get. Also to note that I will be pulling after the Kizuna has ended, so I don't really care about getting boosters that much. So yeah, further multis there. So let's see how many games I'll spend on these further multis. 1 multi there, so 30 games. 3 multis here, so that's 160 games. And here it depends on RNG. If I do get it on the discount, that's 190 games. If I have to go to the guaranteed, we're talking about 470 games, I think. Something like that, maybe 480. I'm too tired for math right now. But yeah, that's my plans for pulls on New Year outside of the Super Sugo-Fest. And I want to note that if Bandai dares to make the Super Sugo-Fest Wano themed, then I will consider extending my boycott, because that would be total BS from my perspective. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.